What's going on, paisanos? V here. Guys, the market is still moving. It's a good thing. You know, I'm going to say a couple of months ago, we would see upticks, downticks, but for the most part, everything was not too crazy. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players were focused on the meta, and then they care about things like deck cores and like old Ultimate Rare cards or hard to get cards. But what we're seeing now is Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are moving towards that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have their deck, and it could be as low as, I don't know, depending what kind of deck you want to play. You can play Pendulum Magicians that run no hand traps or no infinite permanents, relatively inexpensive, as high as, you know, Max Remedy Thunder Dragons, depending on that range. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have their deck. They're good. They're like, I got my deck, Konami. But I still have this money, Konami, and I'm so upset because Speed Duels don't let me use regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I'm not buying that. So they're taking that money and they're investing it back into the game. That's what, I believe that's what we're seeing here. We've been seeing it for a while, and unfortunately, because everyone, for the most part, has that GOAT deck. Nobody wants to buy $130 Metamorphosis Super Rares. Nobody wants to really play Speed Duels, and if you want to play Speed Duels, just give me $10. You go online, and you go buy a Speed Duel deck. The only card that's money in it is Ruin of Ataqua. It's $2. The rest of the deck is nothing. Besides all those facts, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have extra money that they don't know what to do with. We're around tax season, and yeah, I guess Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are going to be buying 3 of the Soulborn and Structure decks, if you can find it, after its initial launch. But we're going to see a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players focus on other things, including the market. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players care. Unless you're like me and you play like a bunch of card games. Then you're like, oh, okay, I got my Yu-Gi-Oh! Time to go on Magic. I got my Magic. I got Dragon Ball Super. It gets pretty nutty. Look at that deck cores, though. One of them is Cosmos. Now, Cosmos is still relatively expensive. We just saw one came in second place in Omaha, Nebraska. Guys, I just want to preface the fact that it's in Omaha, Nebraska. It's not in, like, California. It's not in New York. Not that you're bad if you're from Omaha, Nebraska. But you're from Omaha, Nebraska. Like, don't like, big ups to me. Omaha, Nebraska, undefeated. Alright, calm down. Let's not get crazy now. You're not playing with the best and the brightest. Round 1, I played against Cloudians. It was a rough game, but I 2-1 the kid. Alright, calm down there, Tiger. Round 2, I ain't done yet. Inzectors. This guy was an animal. I beat him. What did you play? Oh, you know, Salaman Great throughout the structure deck. Oh, you're a real fighter. Listen, I think there's a lot of good things happening in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market. I think that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players starting to move. And we're seeing Cosmos start to go up in value a little bit because one came in second place. A pretty good build, actually. In Omaha, Nebraska. Look at the Cosmo Destroyers actually going up a little bit in value. Cosmo's is going up a little bit. Actually, no, I'm sorry, stabilizing. First edition's the one going up a tiny bit. For the most part, Cosmo prices have settled, and the reason why they're still relatively high, if you're asking that, besides the second place that happened in Omaha, Nebraska, was because Cosmos is still trying to cool off from the Destroyer coming out to 3. I believe that Cosmos is still gonna maintain their price and then slowly lose their value unless we see more variants top in the random Yu-Gi-Oh! Events. The deck's not terrible. I mean, it's good against Strikers. It's decent, but for the most part, without Cosmos by themselves are just not good enough in the meta. I think Konami needs to make some Cosmo Link support, and then we're gonna see these cards hit some crazy numbers. Until that time, Cosmos is gonna, for the most part, maintain value, if not go down in value, with the minor upticks in value due to the fact that you'll see 1 or 2 top in Omaha, Nebraska. Don't play too much mind. It's literally from Nebraska. Name me 5 things from Nebraska. 3? 1? Anyway, guys, make sure to comment question of the day at the end of this video. I read at the end of every market watch, as you can see over here. I'm gonna read this one over here. And guys, a little question of the day for everybody. Do you feel like your deck is good enough for the meta? Or do you feel you need to tweak it, test it? Basically, do you feel you're ready if you had to go to YCS today? Or do you need to go to locals? Do you need to test more? Do you need to try slide deck cards? How confident are you in your deck right now? Please put that comment question, that answer down below. Also, make sure to put hashtag Q for V for comment question of the day. Moving forward, guys, looking at World Championship cards. I get this about at least once a week. Hey V, do I sell my World Championship 2018 stuff? We'll get to that in a second. But looking at World Championship 2010 cards, besides cards like Dark Eradicator Warlock and all these other cards, they're relatively inexpensive. For something that came out in World Championship 2010, you would think you would see a lot more value, but you're just not seeing it for the most part. I mean, you still got rares and small cards like that, but for the most part, they're not doing much in their value. If you want to own World Championship 2010 cards, well, they're not expensive. And to be honest with you, not bad. You're going to have a hard time finding these two. Especially, I think Muyan Curry was the one that was like the hot card, I think. But for the most part, I mean, look at this. For 2010, Guilford, the Legend, Guilford, the Light, whatever it's called, it's $250. You got Super Connected with Hyreno, which is about $2. I mean, these cards are relatively inexpensive, and it's a piece of history right here. I think collectors have kind of missed this, to be honest with you. If you want my honest opinion, collectors are focused on the show. They're working on the GX era, and I think collectors have missed the 2010 cards. I'll tell you what, you want to get this before the collectors do, because the minute they realize they missed something, they buy all of it and jack the price up naturally. Looking at 2011, Zoe's going to be a little bit hard to find. It is super rare. It's about $400. But looking at other cards, I mean, once again, it goes down in value. And it just tanks in value. You get cards relatively inexpensive. Some are already gone, some aren't. Definitely keep an eye out for random Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Old school super rares that make no sense. You're looking for WPs, what you're looking for. One of my other good content creators on the channel I love so much, his name is Pack Opening Guide channel. I bet Pack Opening #POG. Anyway, he bought a Wilmy for like, I think it was like $3 or $8, something dirt cheap. Wilmy's a $38 super rare right now in the market. Market price has this card roughly around $10. Once again, this is a piece of history. They're not making any more of these, and it's super hard to find these. So I expect these cards to be even higher in value in the future. I'm surprised they're not high in value right now. And the fact that a lot of you players don't know about this makes it even that much more important. Once again, guys, I think these cards are going to get bought out in the future and hit some dumb numbers. Zoe at $400 is going to be a discounted price on a friend price if you can get that in the future. It's only gone higher from previous history. Market price can't even catch up with it. Same with Garuzis. These cards are going to get higher and higher in value because they're hard to get because they're World Championship cards. On to what I said earlier. World Championship 2018. Konami's bringing it back. Not necessarily, there's only 2 cards. Looking at World Championship cards, you got the Blue Eyes Dragon, roughly around 300. You got the Dark Magician, which is roughly around, this guy has, is a new seller. Be careful with that, like I said. They should both be 300. The new seller has it around 180. Once again, I'd be careful if I was you. And these cards are pretty cool. They're pretty expensive, and I have these cards. Hold on. Don't look at my butt. Like, these cards, these cards are pretty nice, and they're pretty hard to find, and definitely hard to get. As you can tell, I don't really show it off that much, but for the video, boys, bam, bam, bam. Anyway, I believe these cards are really nice, and I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, like myself, are collecting these cards and have it as a collection. I put it on my Yu-Gi-Oh pops, which you guys want to know what's in my background. I collect Overwatch pops. I have almost all of them. I'm waiting for the new ones, but I collect all the Yu-Gi-Oh pops. I have 3 Blue Eyes, 1 Dark Magician, 1 Kaiba, and 1 Yugi, the way it was meant to be done. And these are hard to find. Now, as far as, hey V, should I sell these or buy these? That's a phenomenal question. I'm personally holding these. I might never let these go. And the reason I might never let these go, because unlike the other ones that had Garuzis and all those other little weird kind of cards, these are iconic cards. The Blue Eyes Red Dragon, the Dark Magician. No offense to Konami, but you can't really beat this for your 2019 pack. It's impossible. And I think Konami kind of knows that. I think Konami has a good indication of, yeah, we probably shouldn't have done that so fast. You should have did like a Blue Eyes 1 year and Dark Magician next year. As far as 2019 World Championship prizes, hell, you can still do character cards. I think it's amazing. I think Yu-Gi-Oh players will go crazy for them. Don't want to play them, but they're not going to be as high as the Blue Eyes Red Dragon and the Dark Magician. I don't care what you do, it doesn't beat that. With that said, I think these are only going to go higher in the future. I think anyone who holds these sealed, like I have it, especially with the envelope is very important, even though it's open, holds it sealed with the envelope, is in for a lot of money in the future, especially as this game moves forward. Yu-Gi-Oh players get older, get jobs, get more money, pump more money in the market, older cards become harder to find, as in World Championship 2010, World Championship 2011, and absolutely World Championship 2018. These will be hitting in the thousands, mark my words. You know what's annoying me? Where does Subterra Duckle Files? The reason this Mark Art's coming late, because I'm online looking for Subterra Duckle Files. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh plays like really awkward. They'll buy out, go crazy for Sky Strikers hitting, with Sky Striker Engage hitting about $55. They'll go nuts for other cards like Thunder Dragons, Colossus hitting $55. You need your Imperium Ministers, they're 90s. You need all these crazy cards But yeah, when it comes down to buying old cards, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Players has some Yu-Gi-Oh! Players like old cards like Dark Illusion. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have some kind of regret. Look at Hidden City's market price is $28, almost $29. Market price showing this card to be about 22. Shotgun boys, it's still a lot of money. It's about $29 for Hidden City actually. Listen, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are really upset the fact that they missed a beat. I mean, Subterran Nemesis Archer was $250 forever. Market price has this card almost near $10. In fact, first editions are $10. And that's why I think we're not seeing many Subterra deck files. Mine's over here somewhere. I'm gonna top with Subterras. I just think Subterras need a top. I think I'm sick and tired. And then the Subterra deck files we do see, that, like you'll see one that will run 3 Nemesis Archer, and then you'll see another one that's gonna run what's that spell that I forgot already? Cave Clash. It's a one-up. It's a must-have. And they're not running it. And I feel really awkward when I watch Subterra deck files because I feel like I'm watching a guy show a puzzle that he completed minus like 5 pieces. If you play Subterras, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think we need to have Subterra's top properly, and I'm going to be doing it. Hopefully soon. Moving forward, guys, so you just go Dreads going up in higher in price. Looking at both the 2018 Mega 10 as well as an Extreme Force Harry just Gold Dread, they're both around $40. In fact, first edition Extreme Forces are 45s, but Unlimited it's around 40s, $41. Looking at the 2018 Mega 10s, they're about 40s. This is a healthy increase in price. I'm not sure if it's going to continue to increase. I have no idea. But I do know that Sarah Just Dread is a phenomenal card that's being used in Crusader Guard Dragons. It's used in other decks, but they definitely go into 2. And in one turn can easily go into 2. No one's business. I think with these cards going to higher in value, if you don't have yours already, well, it's kind of going to cost you a bit of money to get yours. Great deck, though. Up next, Infinite Permanence. This is the first time we can say this. $92 market price. You see it? 92, almost 93. We call you about 93. And it's about $88. First edition, $89. Infinite Permanence, for the first time in a long time, has gone below its market price. I don't want to hear that crap. Someone's going to go, well, V, it's actually after the next one, it's $102. Bro, I'm trying to see the glass half full. It's starting to go down, even slightly below its market price, which will drag the market price value down. That's all we care about. Infinite Permanence is getting a reprint come this April. I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are already preemptively trying to get rid of their Infinite Permanence. I'm going to go down with the ship because I don't want to fight for a reprint of Ultra Rare Infinite Permanence. Even though Dual Saga Ultra Rarities are nice, and I guarantee you this will be like Dual Saga Ultra Rarity, I don't want to fight for that. Up next, Heijun, Dwayne Mayakashi. Came out Hidden Summoners. The set that has Praying Kids. Now, you might have saw this card and said, oh, Mayakashi, get out of here, but you're wrong. You're dead wrong. Market price of this card has about $4 in value in it. Looking at it, it's almost around $9. This guy has about 20 of them. This card, it's a $9 card. So go through all your Hidden Summon in bulk. Hopefully you were smart and you grabbed the 3 cards I said. You grabbed the Goza match. You grabbed the Rivalry Warlord. You grabbed the... It's a Senju or Manju? Manju. You grab the, right? Yeah, Manju, a Titles in the Hands. Hopefully you have this put to the side already. But grab your Heijuns and sell them. They're money. Up next, Zodiac Barrage. Market price has this card roughly around 2,060 cents. God damn. So we got Unlimited in Mints, about $4. Okay. For a first edition version of this card, it's about $6. The card's going higher in value. After it breaks the 16 wall, it's going to go higher and higher and higher and higher in value. In fact, the only reason I know this is my friends in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord. If you guys want the Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord, click in the description below. Join the Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord. I have it on my phone. I go on. It's kind of like a 1v1 of a chat room in which we all get to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. If you want to join in that, hit me up in the Discord. Links, like I said, links will be below. If I don't have it down in the description, remind me. I'll put it in my comment down below, whatever it is. But yeah, Zodiac Barrage is almost going to be hitting that $30 mark. It's going to be doing it. I think it's happening. Once it breaks the 16 wall, we will see this card at $30 for Zodiac Barrage. It's not $75 like it used to be, but $30 is pretty goddamn good. In fact, Zodiac Barrage at $6 is pretty good, being the fact that this card used to be like $2. I should know. I bought 3. Up next, guys, Zombie Stein, bought out. Real talk, though, can someone let me know why? Like, I don't know why this is bought out. I don't want to sound stupid, but I feel kind of stupid not knowing the fact that this card's bought out. I should have read the comments. I didn't. I don't know, paisanos. I don't know what to tell you. Someone went in and bought all the Ultra Rare Zombie Steins, and I have no idea why. Market price has this card roughly around $9. It's gone. It's gone. It was gone. You can buy the super rares, but come on. That's for the poor. That's for the help. Let the help play with 65-cent zombie steins. But for the ultra rares, paisanos, I don't know what to tell you guys. We got none. Up next, Danger Thunderbird. Market price has this card roughly around $7, and it's actually kind of a little bit under. It was originally like 3s. It went up a little bit, and now it's kind of going back down a little bit. Thunderbird's a nice card, but I don't know, man. It's just, you know, it's pretty. I like the artwork of this card. Anyway, moving forward, guys. Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Here's the weird thing about this card. We're not talking about the secret rare, the Star Force. Oh god, we're definitely not talking about Star Force and secrets and how their value makes no goddamn sense. Secret or Star Force any day of the week. We're talking about the ultimate rares and the ghost rares. Now look at the ultimate rares from new challenges. The market price is $5.60 for Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Relatively high, but it's an old school ultimate rare. Looking at it right here, it's around $5.40 for unlimited and $6. But the thing about this is a bunch of solo listings, 1, 2 over here, and it relatively gets pretty high as you move forward. I don't have to show you in page 2 because the prices get higher in general. Looking at the ultimate rare, Dark Rebellion XYZ, I mean Ghost Rare, Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, market price is $12. Well, for unlimited, sure, but it quickly goes higher. And in fact, when you want a first edition version of this card, it starts over at $14. For my collector friends out there, it's $19 for a Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. A card that's nice, but for the most part, is only there for collectors. Danglong! Dang-a-dang-dong! First of the Yang Zing is currently limited, and its market price is $2.50. First edition, unlimited light you played, is $2.50. First editions, $3. In fact, Danglong can quickly go up higher in value, and I feel like it's going to. I feel like it's going to go a lot higher in value. It's going to be hitting $5 soon. Won't be surprised. Doubling its current market price. So, value-wise, 100% increase. Anyway, to see this card seeing play in decks in the future is something that I'm not shocked about. Danglong's a phenomenal card. I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to be playing this card in the future in the decks. Especially, it's relatively easy to make. Amazing no one's playing it right now. Up next, World Legacy Succession. Market price has this card around $14, $14.50. First editions are going under. And after that, it's about $14.50. Listen, I feel like World Legacy Succession is a phenomenal card that's being used in almost no decks and should not maintain a high value. Hell, I didn't like it at 10, but we're sitting here around $14, and I don't know why Yu-Gi-Oh players are going crazy over this. It's using the Crusadia Guard Dragon mixture, but not used as heavy enough. To be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of World Legacy Succession. I just think it should go lower in value. Also, Konami's going to reprint this card. Moving forward, Stein. $25 market price. Unlimited light you play is actually around $12, and then when you get near mint, it's about $13. This card has tanked. Hopefully you guys sold these. Like if you haven't sold these, ouch, you lost a lot of money. In fact, when I did my video before, I said to sell your Cybersteins because they're not good. And then someone said, well, V, there's an FTK around, and if hand traps didn't exist, and Yu-Gi-Oh plays in play Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and nobody's getting Ash anytime soon, you can run Cyberstein. Okay, you're right. You got me. You can still sell these cards for a decent amount of value, but at this point, so low, I would just consider holding it. Trap Trick came out in Soul Fusion. $32 market price? Wrong. It's actually roughly around $28 for Trap Trick. It's going low in value. Now, as far as first edition Trap Tricks, it stabilizes around $30, but even that's not good enough. $30 to $31 under its $32 market price. Trap Trick's a great card. It's just super expensive and not needed. I think until Konami makes a relevant trap, we won't see this card go up in value for a while. In fact, this is such a great reprint target, it's hard to buy this knowing that Konami's going to inevitably reprint this card. I feel like they're going to get reprinted in common, but it doesn't matter, because like once a common reprint comes out, we will see this high value drop down. It only happens with high value cards. We'll see a $30 card get a common reprint, that $30 card becomes a $20 card, and then you can buy the $20 secret rare. Yeah, there's a reprint, but I have to blink, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of weird thing when we see that. Legendary Duelist, this is of the Yu-Gi-Oh players and collectors. Yu-Gi-Oh players who think that these cards in this deck are meta, and collectors who collect these cards. Urgent Schedule is roughly around $15, Harpies around $14s, and Super Rail Cannon Juggernaut Lieb is around $10s, almost $11s. Listen, I think Trains and Harpies are cool. Everyone does. If you're building this deck, stop right now. You're hurting yourself. Seek immediate medical attention. It's just not worth it, to be honest with you. It's really expensive, almost the value of pendulums, but pendulums can win you stuff. This can maybe help you topple locals in a 6-man locals, top 4. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this. I feel like this is a lot of collector's value. I feel like Konami has overstayed their welcome with Legendary Duelist sets. I'm kind of sick and tired of them, to be honest with you. There's not much relevance in Legendary Duelist set. This is only for collectors. And Konami also released that for collectors. I guess that's fine. I'm just more a fan of the competitive and casual. I'm a collector myself, but I'm not that crazy of a collector where I need like 3 Urgent Schedule, 3 Harpy Perfumers. Even though I might get it from my casual deck. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think these cards are that big of a deal to merit this high value. In fact, the reason why you're seeing a lot of these cards still at 3s and 4s is because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are not buying this. And the very few amount of players who are buying this are just throwing this back into the market. Legendary Exodia Incarnate is $3.50. Someone please tell me why. And then say, whatever, after whatever you say, I want you to finish out by going, but you're right, V, this card's just stupid. I'm a huge fan of Exodia. My first regionals back in the day when I had a lot of hair and I was single and I had girlfriends, it was awesome. You know, they put Alicia on Tiger, you know, watch out for my wife. Legendary Exodia Incarnate was an awesome card. Exodia was an awesome card, actually, because this card didn't exist. And I topped my first regionals with Exodia. The card looks amazing. The artwork on this card looks amazing. It could be a playmat, but the card is absolutely useless. $3.50, you say? How about Dollar Binder? And even that, I'm getting ripped off. Up next, guys, Mistake. Something I did, and my wife heard me what I just said. Mistake's a card that originally came out in Shadow Specters. Also came out in 2014 Megatins. Don't worry about the other version. Now, with Mistake, I think it's a phenomenal card that can be used throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta. Played against Alter guys, played against Subterrors, you basically win the game. There's a lot of decks Mistake can be played against as well. It's a sleeper side deck card that not a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players know. Look at the original. By the way, when I first saw my Market Watch, I think one of the first cards I talked about was this card because I was so enthusiastic about this. Because it's such a good floodgate that's not been talked about. Mistake says not all players can add cards from the deck. From their deck to the hand, except by drawing them. And yeah, we have pot of impermanence, we have all the kind of spice to do, pot of eyes that you draw. Sure, I get it. But this card's still a phenomenal card. And Thunder Dragons will definitely be feeling the heat if you put this card against them. It's a very cheap alternative as a floodgate. Market price has this card roughly around $3.75, almost near $4. Unlimited are $2.50. If you want my first editions, they're on the 4s. Still relatively good for a card that can just stop Yu-Gi-Oh! Players in their tracks. Now, before we do the comment question of the day, I just want to say real quickly, Denlong versus Yang Zing is not limited. It's banned. Let's catch some more trolls. Hashtag love me trolls. Yesterday, I did my joke, and I think we called like 4 or 5 people. This is what you get for not watching the full Market Watch. This is great content. Hit subscribe since you're already here. Hit the like button. But, yeah, I just want to do this to make sure everybody's awake. And, trolls, gotcha. It's a joke, by the way. Don't go hard on the trolls. I mean, you know, they've gotten lazier. They just come in, they hit the dislike, they watch half the Market Watch, got them V and type. Don't leave them alone. You know, it's just funny when they do mess up. Like when they do go, haha, V, it's not by you're not professional. Ah, damn it. Oh, I don't have a tie on. Oh, my nightmares realized. Listen. Leave the trolls alone. They're just funny guys. I just want to bust their chops a little back. That's all it comes down to. Don't try to go too hard on them, fellas. And, I know it's not banned, it's not limited. This video's not edited, by the way. You know if video's edited if it has... Okay, if anyone asking, you know my video's edited if I have my outro at the end of the video. For anyone that wanted to ask that question. That's the only way I could really get it, edit the video, if I have the outro. And even then, if I do the video on my iPad, I can still just splice videos together. It's a lot faster than doing it on my PC, but the PC looks better. Hopefully that answers your question. That's not the comment Q for hashtag Q for V though. Hashtag Q for V, because my friend James Brinsfield. James says, the guy who owns my locals has been trying to become approved to become an OTS store for months. V, this is fucking months. I obviously have vested interest because I want OTS packs, so I like to help him out. He sent multiple emails, followed every step to the T, and they still haven't gotten off their ass and done anything. James, language. It took him less than a week to become a Magic the Gathering version of an OTS store. Do you have any advice you can offer for a shop trying to become OTS approved? Absolutely. First of all, somebody who has been applied and reapplied for the Magic Gathering 3 times, by the way, every time is different. Wizards of the Coast keeps changing how they do it. And I'll tell you right now, if your OTS store try to become a Magic the Gathering OTS store, the amount of crap you're gonna have to deal with is annoying. You're gonna get phone calls from them, and they'll be like, "How's it going?" This is because this happened to me. "Hey, I know you used to be an OTS store with us, and I know you just re-signed up, but let me help you out to get more Magic players." Oh God. Oh, thank you, Magic the Gathering. I was just gonna open a door and then put candy trails from schools into my store, and that's how I was gonna do it. But how are you gonna help me, Wizard of the Coast? It's retarded. Wizard of the Coast, definitely has gone down as far as becoming an OTS store. It used to be a lot easier. I remember I became a Wizard when I first moved down in 2015, I think it was 2014. I became a Wizard of the Coast OTS store within a matter of an hour via emails and a phone call. It was awesome. Now it's not like that. Anyway, going back to Konami, have him, not you, I'm sorry. Once again, I cannot help you. I have to help only OTS store owners. Have him send me a Facebook message request or an email. You can find both in the About Us page on this channel. Check that out. If you are an OTS owner, I will ask for verification. Do not try to play me. I will block you. But if you are someone who, if you are the OTS store owner or have the OTS store owner talk to me, I will help them out easily. I will send the email link. I think you can do it, but there's a chance you can't do it because I don't want Konami OTS liaisons being inundated with those random emails. Where's the banners? So listen, I just want kind of like just have the store owner contact me. I'll shoot him the email. If he has any questions about it, I applied multiple times to become an OTS store owner. It's a bit of a pain in the beginning, but it's worth it. It's worth it on many levels. You can host regionals. I mean, not regional. Well, eventually, if you get big enough, you can host pre-releases, which is huge. You're gonna miss your first pre-release, but if you have a decent amount of player base, you will get another pre-release, which is amazing. You will get exclusive Konami product, including OTS packs. Once again, I want to go more into it, but I'll talk to him about it. For any shop that's trying, if you are a shop and you are trying to become an OTS store, I highly recommend you do it. Even though Konami has some problems in the OTS program, I still highly recommend you become an OTS store. Because the OTS packs are probably the greatest incentive for Yu-Gi-Oh players. Magic the Gathering has Super Saiyan Showdown packs, which is not bad. OTS packs are just better. They're just way better. They blow Super Saiyan Showdown packs out the water. It's just not even a question in my mind. Because I do Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super, you have to buy your tournament kits. Those old school punks. When Magic, they started doing Saiyan Showdown, Konami's like, hold my beer. I'm gonna do OTS packs. I'm gonna make Ultimate Rares because we took them away and we gave them back now. Nobody forgot about that. And I'm gonna make rarity bumps and great cards. So yeah, I think OTS packs are infinitely better. We'll do 2 questions. Patty says Q for V. Hashtag Q for V. Hey V, what do you think will be the new summoning mechanic? And when do you think it'll be released? I made a video about this a while ago, and a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players got upset because they're like, V, that mechanic's coming out in a couple of hours, in a couple of years. Don't want to talk about it right now. Listen, Mister. When something new comes out in Yu-Gi-Oh, I instantly bitch and then love it. Shut up, okay? Everyone has one of those kids at their locals. I've been to so many locals. There's always one guy at locals that's like, I hate Link summoning. And then like a month later, he's like, yo, you want to play my Goki deck? It's Link summoning delicious. Stop. Anyway, I'm just venting on like all my OTS locals I would go to. At least one kid babbling as he's playing some crappy deck and getting stomped on. As far as the new summoning mechanic, I don't think Konami's gonna make a new summoning mechanic. The extra deck is pretty big right now, and in order to introduce a new summoning mechanic, Konami would have to make the extra deck go from 15 cards to 20 cards, and they're just not gonna do it. I think they should, but I don't think they would. In fact, if they did it with the extra deck, why not do it with the side deck? And now we got a bigger Yu-Gi-Oh decks in which you guys have bigger deck boxes, blah 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 blah. Listen. Here's what I think Konami's going to happen. Konami's going to allow cards that happen before the match starts. So what's going to happen is we're going to roll dice to see who goes first, and who gets first gets to play this first kind of pre-match card. Think of it that way. Before the match starts, you get a pre-match card. You play your card down, and it does something about the duel. One of them can say, hey, listen, if you're going first, skip your turn, but draw 2 cards. Another one can say, hey, if your opponent is going first, play this card, you get to go first. Stuff like that. I think we're really cool to see stuff like that, and maybe overturn 3 cards and you get to go first. Kind of cool for Light Tones, by the way, or Burning Abyss, because before the match starts, you have cards on the field. So it's like preemptive Yu-Gi-Oh, which kind of factors into Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of makes the game more interesting, adds a whole different mechanic to the game, and I wouldn't be surprised if Konami implements this. It's really fun, and it makes Yu-Gi-Oh players think a lot more. It makes Yu-Gi-Oh players want to not be focused on just the main deck, side deck, extra deck, but now this whole new pre-match deck, which is composed of like 3 cards, 5 cards, 15 cards. It doesn't really matter. The more cards you have in, the more cool it'll be, and I think Yu-Gi-Oh players will be really excited to play this. It will make Yu-Gi-Oh that much more fun of a game, that much more confusing of a game, but that's why we have Duel Links. Am I right, Konami? Ho-wink. Anyway, guys, your boy V. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the like button, comment down below, hashtag QVV. You have a question for me that I can answer at the end of your market watch. And if you find anybody that's bugging out about Denglong, you got Dendong, boys. God, that's horrible. Thank you, paisanos.